What's up, Madden YouTube? I know you fuckers love football. I can't curse in the first minute. Who cares? Y'all know who we are by now, the clickbaiters, and we're here to tell you, or just me, that Tom Brady shouldn't be the highest quarterback on this list.
What?
I think Aaron Rodgers is higher than Brady. And why does he have 90? And why does he have 92 throw power?
All right, I guess we're gonna have problems with this
jumping
video.
into it with the discussion. Madden ratings are out, everybody, and of course the internet's freaking out because I have nothing else to talk about in the sports world.
Mm-hmm. And what am I going to talk about? Is this the fastest he's ever been? It's like 71.
He's been that way for like 5 years.
I thought he's been like under 70s his whole life.
I don't know, but yeah. So let's just go through the top 10 list here if you want to break that down, Soren.
Yeah. So you have Tom Brady, the GOAT. That's really debate anymore. You have Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Immunized. You have Kermit the Frog at 3. You have Josh Allen, not to be confused with Josh Allen, at 4. Joe Burrow with a big jump. Super Bowl guy. This guy hasn't played a lick of football in a while, but he's still up here somehow. You got Jay Herb repping 96 throw power, by the way. Ike, that's your Oregon boy. L.A. M.A.R. Jackson with 96 speed. You can throw him at running back if you want. Controversial take. Russell Wilson. And then Matthew Stafford, who is somehow an 85.
All right. So obviously there are some names further down the list, but honestly, like the top 10, I don't find all that bad.
Really?
As far as like the players themselves at the top 10, like
Okay.
The names themselves, I'm fine with. The overalls. What are you doing?
I don't quite get it. I think
listen,
Stafford's
I get
higher.
Tom Brady threw for like 5,000 yards and all that, but 97 at age like 44, 45, I don't know about that.
I mean, you have to give him such a high overall because Madden's regression system, with Tom Brady turning 72 at the end of the very first season, he's going to regress like 15 overall.
Yeah.
Well, didn't they get better at that? And isn't there? I mean,
they say they get better at it, but
well, there's also Fountain of Youth, which Will did that, and he regressed like how many? How many did that?
Even he still regressed maybe like 3 or 4 points.
It's pretty significant.
But honestly, like just with how the ratings are, I'm fine with Rodgers at 96 and Mahomes at 95.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair in and of itself, but comparing it to Brady at 97, I don't think so.
I think Brady's second on the list, not first.
Maybe.
And that's really
Josh Allen, like all the way at 3 points down behind Mahomes. I think he's like 9. I don't even know. He should probably be 93, 94.
Yeah, I don't quite understand the gap between Josh Allen and Mahomes. I don't think there's a 3 overall difference. Yeah. Josh Allen obviously hasn't peaked, but he definitely like had a heck of a season last year. I thought he really put himself, I don't know, in that kind of consideration. But 92 overall is still good. He's got room to work.
Yeah, obviously they'll make changes throughout the year, but Joe Burrow at a 90, I think, is a little high. What do you guys think?
Yeah, he's really young, but he did make Super Bowl, and he did
do that.
And he did do decently well. I wonder what his break sack is. Where is that stat?
It's hiding in there.
Y'all can keep talking. I'm just gonna look at these other stats.
But I mean, I understand that made the Super Bowl. And yeah, I think he got a lot of help from his wide receivers in that aspect, which I mean we'll get to later. There's quite a bit of a snub there, but
dude, QBs have a ton of change of direction. That's a high stat. Damn. Sorry.
Yeah, Prescott at an 89.
I don't know how you put him there.
Prescott at 89. Come on.
Ike, opinion on Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott?
Over Justin Herbert.
Over Jay Herb and Stafford?
I know it's really hard. There's a lot of bias that I'm trying to keep out of it. There's a lot of opinions, but Joe Burrow leading his team to a Super Bowl, I don't think he quite cracked 90 overall. I think that's a little generous.
I agree with that. I think it is generous. Also, only 87 throw power? Really? I think that's a bit low, no? I mean,
Yeah,
not that.
definitely. He's not known for his arm, I guess.
Yeah,
But
I guess he's accurate.
his accuracy across the board, like his 97 short accuracy, 97 medium,
Yeah.
and then his deep drops down to 86. So he just doesn't quite know him for the deep ball, I guess. He doesn't just huck it down to Jamar Chase all the time or anything.
These guys
I
fucking.
mean, he
He's down.
does, but
Fuck it,
it's
he's down.
mostly the wide
He
receivers
does.
that are making the catches compared to Burrow making the tight window throw.
Yeah.
He's just throwing up one-on-one balls.
I mean, damn, J-Herb has 92 deep back.
Exactly.
Also, throw on the run. Damn. Lamar Jackson, I think that's fair. You know.
Yeah.
There's really not much to say. Just like he's fast, he can throw the ball really well, and he's a starter. But now I think he deserves it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he had a couple injuries last season and whatnot, so he didn't get to go all out. So obviously there's a lot of health issues. J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards didn't even make it to the week 1.
Yeah.
So, that the Ravens were just kind of roller coaster last year. So Lamar had a lot on his shoulders. So I think he obviously just. I don't even know. I can't remember off the top of my head if he went down.
I'm pretty sure he went down. He was definitely like low 90s last year.
Yeah, I think he might have been like 92.
That's usually the right move by EA. Usually when somebody has an injury ridden season, they're not rewarded at least. So I feel like Lamar's right in that sweet spot.
Same thing with Russ.
Yeah, Russ is there.
Did you say, or
not Drew Lock is here?
Yeah,
but Matthew Stafford at 85. That's a bit disrespectful.
Dude, that is still undermined.
I hear that. That's the thing that I hear a lot is how is Matthew Stafford all the way down here? He was tied for the league lead in interceptions thrown.
Okay.
So like he's good. He got Cooper Kupp on a pedestal. But he was inconsistent at times. It wasn't like he was playing elite football 24/7.
Fair enough. But you could say the same thing about someone like Dak Prescott, and he's 4 points ahead.
I mean, we all agree that Dak Prescott should be up on there.
Hey, Derek, this one's for you. He should be like, let's see, second page below like Derek Carr. You have everyone's favorite Kirk Cousins, 80 overall. That's really solid, man.
I have something to say about that.
I don't think I think he's definitely above Ryan Tannehill. But if everyone's favorite newsman and
he's above Matt Ryan.
Deshaun Watson. That's all I'm gonna say, and nothing more. Kyler Murray got paid and is still fast.
That's true. I think that's a fair rating. I think people overhype Murray a bit. Like, sure, he's fast, sure, he's got a pretty good arm, and he can throw it like crossbody 50 yards down the field, but I don't know. Just when it matters, like at the end of the year, he hasn't really shown up in the clutch.
What were they, like 7-0 and then just stalled out to go like 10-7?
They've done that every single year that Cliff Kingsbury's been there.
He's really good at that.
So
okay, y'all, I need a legitimate answer from y'all. Is Derek Carr good? Like, is he elite?
I think he's underrated.
Yeah,
honestly. Like, I think 83 at the moment is a fair rating for him.
I agree,
but I feel like this is will definitely be the year to show if he really has it in him. With having Devontae Adams, and I think wasn't Darren Waller injured a lot last year?
I think so.
Yep, he was. He was riding the injury bug all season too.
Yeah. So I think this could definitely be a make or break year for Carr and the Raiders.
Yeah, he's hasn't had a season that's
I'm buying low on Derek Carr.
Yeah,
I'm buying low on him.
He's top 10 material. So this is definitely his opportunity.
And you
have,
but Derrick Henry's favorite person, Ryan Tannehill, right at the same as Carr. I think it should go 82, maybe even 80, maybe 79. You can make some arguments.
Tannehill should be lower than 83.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Matt Ryan, newest Colt. With an O, not a U. I don't really. Did y'all have anything to say about these two guys? I don't really know anything to say besides he was a Falcon and this guy hands off to Derrick Henry. Like, that's all I got. Like, we need to get Ezra in here talking about Matt Ryan for 30 minutes.
Who knows?
I think that about sums it up. We all know what Matt Ryan's.
He's all right.
He's Matt Ryan, but John,
you
have hold on. Let me check how much time we're at in the recording. Okay, John, we're at 10 minutes.
I won't
rant. 10 minutes. Anything you have 2 minutes. Anything about Kirk Cousins? Go. 2 minutes. You got go. Timer.
Kirk's the GOAT. Kirk Cousins the GOAT.
Oh my gosh.
He's throwing for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns every year. I mean, now Max Zimmer's finally gone. We finally have an offensive coach that can unleash the Kirk. You like that?
Justin Jefferson. And
yeah, they're saying they're no longer a run-first offense, so maybe see Kirk unleash. This is his opportunity.
I'm buying low on Carr. I'm buying low on Kirk. They're having breakout years this year.
What was Mac Jones' rookie rating? Like, what?
That's what I was just going to bring up. We haven't seen any of the rookies from last year's draft on this board yet. Mac Jones, the first one so far.
Dude,
I haven't seen T-Law. Haven't seen Zach Wilson.
From the whiteboard, from the Pro Bowl. They must watch him do the
they
gritty.
gave him a little bit of love.
That's definitely some love. Fucking.
With that 85 throw power,
that's whatever. If you're good at Madden, doesn't make much of a difference.
No, not at all.
Keyword if you're good, and then you have Mr. Baker Mayfield, who's still a Brown according to Madden, which that will be changed hopefully. Is this unfair rating, or is this a fair rating considering playing through injury the whole fucking season?
I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, 77.
These guys like Jameis Winston, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, like you have to take into consideration they do have this like little bit of rushing attributes.
Yeah.
That you have to take into consideration of their overall as well. So they might not have like the best throwing stats, might not have the best accuracy or whatnot, but they can also get it done with their feet at times. So it definitely boosted a couple overall.
Yeah.
I don't really think there's anyone else
there's
can really check.
The rookies. There's Trevor Lawrence, Teddy Bridgewater, and Tua are the same. Jalen Hurts, Fields, Wentz, Wilson, Goff. Goff is a 72. But yeah, besides that, on to running backs. Everyone's favorite position, or not really. Or halfback, HB. However you want to apply it.
Boy.
All right. So basically just the first 2 pages, and this is a steep drop-off, I think. And everyone's favorite, Derrick Henry at the top, and somehow CMC is right there.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that, because obviously, like, he's still good at what he does, but
he hasn't played like a ball.
Exactly.
Even I would Kamara, McCaffrey, like that discrepancy. I don't know. Chubb is good. Taylor's checks.
Chubb, yeah. I mean, McCaffrey should probably be about 2 or 3 spots lower than 96, even for how good he is.
Is Dalvin Cook worth a 94?
I think.
Or is it a bit high?
No, I don't think it's a bit high. You're talking to the Vikings fan here. I don't think that's high.
I'm going to be the Vikings this year. I love Dalvin Cook. No, yeah.
I think he could jump up a couple spots, depending on how they use him in the Vikings' new offensive system.
I know Mixon
they've apparently experimented with lining him out at wideout, so that'll be interesting to see.
They better have good hands.
That's that Rams offense that they're trying to replicate there with Kevin O'Connell. But Joe Mixon at 93? I mean, he's solid. I don't know.
I think he's been underrated his whole career. So I like I like that he's finally getting love now.
Yeah.
With how many elite running backs got injured last season, it really left a lot of room for these other guys to like lead the league in certain categories that we haven't seen before. Yeah. So Joe Mixon, obviously, with that Bengals offense, took a lot of pressure off of him. So he was able to do a lot with his touches.
Yeah. So I'm fine with that. Kamara,
that's
obviously fair. Having some legal troubles right now after the Vegas situation.
Oh, I forgot about that. Wow.
Yeah. But, I mean, 90, okay. Aaron Jones, this one I need you guys to talk about Aaron Jones, because I don't know if this is highly underrated or properly rated or what? People say that Aaron Jones is highly underrated just in general, but the Madden rating, what about that?
Okay, I'm gonna go to the second page and look at who is he above. And you know what? I think he's about. I think that's the maximum I'd give him. I don't think he breaks 90, but I think 89 is fine. I would go as low as like 86, but I think 89.
So
is
you
fine.
think he's overrated, not even underrated?
No, I think this is fine. I think this is fine.
You don't think he?
I don't think he'd go any higher. I don't think.
Interesting.
But if he was lower, then. But also, like, I don't know. I don't keep up with the Chargers or Cowboys much. I know about the second page dudes a little bit more. So
yeah.
I take on Aaron Jones.
Oh man, I don't know. This is kind of the same thing as like the Joe Mixon scenario. Anytime I go up against Aaron Jones in fantasy football, I just like hate my life because I know that he's just gonna go off. He does so much, like on the ground and through the air. Like he's like a real like dual threat back.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite like the level of like Kamara or CMC or whatnot, but he's like honestly really underrated in my opinion.
I think that as well. I do really hate the people that will like refer to that run that he did in 2020 as like one of the greatest runs of all time. Because you watch that back, there's nothing to it. It's really just blockers setting up a run for him. He doesn't like break any tackles after he gets out of the first level. It's so funny.
I don't think I've seen that run. And again,
I'll find it and send it to you real quick.
I'm not really a Packers guy, but Eckler is now a superstar, and then Zeke is Zeke. A little bit low speed, tied lowest on the first page. And you think so about Eckler, who's now a superstar, and Zeke, who might be a superstar? I'm not too sure.
I don't know. It's kind of the same thing as CMC. Like we've seen Madden in the past, like really bring the hammer down on people who had like injury rigged seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason they just won't do it to CMC and Eckler. Like time and time again. They're still at the top, near the top of the charts.
And speaking of injuries, you go to the second page, you look at Saquon.
Yeah, see, they'll put Saquon down there just because he hasn't played the last couple of years or so, but like, also, why don't you do the same to a guy like CMC who hasn't had elite production since like 2019, 2020?
He isn't. I'm loving the J-Rob. I love me some James Robinson. I think he's a bit slow. I think 88 is more preferable. Najee Harris is up here, baby. Leonard Fournette, people say he's gotten bigger. Speed says otherwise, I think. Josh Jacobs is... They will refuse to give him a speed boost in any Madden game ever. He will stay at 87 or 88. I love the Cam Akers love. I don't know a lot about Dave Montgomery. Sorry, Mr. Bears, if you watch this video. I don't know shit, but cool. But look at this. Oh shit, a Falcon.
Yeah, Cordell Patterson. They moved him to running back because he's mostly been a wide receiver and a kick returner for some teams. Got drafted by the Vikings, but I don't know. Apparently, he worked out real well for running back for them. So
82
catching.
They're
giving him some love. Jeez,
82 catching for running back. That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Well, again, he was drafted as a wide receiver, so makes sense.
Oh yeah, Kareem Hunt's here too. It's whatever. I don't really know much about this dual monster. Kareem Hunt. Carson's here.
Other than that, Chris Carson.
Any highlights you want to touch on?
Man, I don't. It's so hard to grade the running backs because the ratings are so inflated for running backs. Like a mediocre running back in the NFL, Madden wise, will be like a 75. You know, so like it's really hard to like look at some of these ratings. These guys that haven't played because of injuries. Some of these guys are like even backups. Like the more I go down this list, and we're still seeing like 80 overalls. So it's just like I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a ton of young talent, whatever. On to the wide receivers now. A big positions. A lot of those guys in the NFL. Naturally. All right. So the front page goes from 99 to 90. With Devontae at the headline, Cooper at the bottom, and right in the middle is a little Viking. A little Viking guy, and a former Viking above him.
Yeah, so obviously top 10 right here. Going down, Devontae, 99 makes sense. Cooper Kupp, 98.
Sure.
Some could argue that, I mean, he literally got the Triple Crown, so why is he not 99? But,
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of his breakout year, so, I mean, I guess. 98. Tyreek Hill, of course. DeAndre Hopkins, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Diggs and Jefferson. I feel like Jefferson could be a couple points higher. I mean, he's put up 14 or 1,500 yards each of his first 2 years. So I don't know what rating has him lower than
95,
94, 95,
yeah.
But sure.
Mike Evans, Keenan Allen.
I haven't really heard much of him. I mean, he's a good wide receiver.
Yeah,
91.
I mean, he's always been quiet, kind of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not in the off season, but in the extra season, he's pretty quiet. I think.
Yeah.
Not a huge Chargers guy. Scary Terry and Cooper, the newest addition to the Browns.
Now, just looking at this top 10 list, any names not on this list stand out? This is the one I'm surprised at.
I don't know how Terry McLaurin's here. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah.
I would have to go to the second page to really look. Oh, okay. I guess you could make some arguments for DK and Jamar Chase and Michael Thomas.
Yeah, Jamar Chase at an 87. I don't know about that.
I mean, he's the best receiver on the. Is he the best receiver? He's the best receiver on the Bengals
On the
roster.
Bengals, sure, but what?
I mean, you put it into perspective. They're saying he's the same overall as Brandon Cooks. Like, what?
Brandon Cooks and AJ Brown. Like what? He's above them.
I mean,
DJ Moore's been pretty quiet.
Even with Debo's like dual threat ability, we saw him in the backfield making plenty of plays.
Yeah,
on the ground.
He doesn't even break 90.
Yeah, like how does those attributes, his rushing attributes, on top of his receiving ability, not have him higher up? That's kind of crazy to me.
This is gonna be embarrassing for the audience. What the fuck is Odell?
What are you looking up?
What the fuck is Odell Beckham?
He's a free agent, so he's not on here.
Fuck. 89, Gabriel Davis, 90.
Let's talk about some tight ends. I don't.
Tight end, you sure? You
Yeah.
sure?
I get myself to go that far.
All right. I'm just tight ends. There's really not a lot. You only gotta go like 1 or 2 pages deep for this one.
Wow, this is so surreal for me. The first time I've looked at this list, and Rob Gronkowski is not.
He's not here.
He's not even on the list.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh my gosh, this is
so only 4 tight ends crack above a 90, huh? Yeah. You could argue Waller. I mean, I don't know where Mark Andrews came from, but congrats to him. I really don't. Do we know anything about Mark Andrews here? Oh, son of a bitch.
We good?
Yeah. Do we know anything about Mark Andrews?
Well,
anything?
Yeah,
dude's nuts.
Yeah.
Really?
He's an athletic big.
Well, fuck
like,
yeah.
Him and Lamar built some rapport, and they're going to be dangerous. Like the dude's just like a big physical body. He wins a lot of one-on-one balls, and he's a good route runner.
Well, fuck.
Like
congrats to Mark
Andrews. He made the biggest leap out of all of these tight ends this year.
Yeah, I don't remember him being. I remember him being good, but not 93. I was like, damn.
No, he is well deserved. He had a heck of a year.
A Patriot on this list? Zach Ertz still makes it at his age? Dallas Goddard, still pretty good. Mike is second.
What did like? I understand Kyle Pitts was made in a lab.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dude's like a freak of nature.
Yeah.
But what did he do on the football field? Like statistical wise, what did he do to deserve an 87 overall?
Well, let's bring in our Falcons expert, Ezra. Thank you. I honestly couldn't tell you. I didn't watch.
Let's look up the stats. He did go for 1,000 yards.
Oh wow!
Somehow broke 1,000. He had a.
Granted, only one touchdown, but that Falcons offense was terrible. But he did break 1,000, so he also made the Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah.
So understandable that he's high 80s. I can see why.
Logan Thomas, 78 overall.
Who's counting after top 10?
Wait, Hayden Hurst still plays football?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
That's just disrespectful.
I know about his story. I just didn't know he still played football.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their blocking stats. No, George Kittle run block kind of good.
Yeah, Kittle's always been known to be a good blocker.
77 run block, 62 pass block. T.J. Hawkinson can really kick a football.
Head to page 4 real quick.
Head to page 4.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Scroll down a bit.
Yo, O.J. Howard. Yo, what? Taysom who?
Taysom
is a tight end. Oh boy. All right, fellas. Do we accept a change of scenery if he requests to go to quarterback for the Saints? Bro, Taysom Hill's better than Tim Tebow.
Yeah, I mean he's got the stats for it.
Yeah, there's really no one after that. Yeah, there's no one. Jacob Hollister, Raider. All right, O-line. Let's finish off the video
O-line.
strong. What's your favorite O-line position, guys, between the 5 of them? You got a favorite? Mine's left tackle, but I didn't know if y'all did.
I'm kind of a right tackle guy.
All right, yeah. I mean, I know it's controversial in today's, offensive line climate. John, any takes? Left, right, center?
I like left tackle.
Okay, yeah. Speaking of left tackles, Trent Williams! Everyone clapped. 99 overall. First ever, right? For an offensive lineman?
Supposedly.
First one in a while.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
They announced it as if it was the first one ever, but then I read the comment section. They're like, "Well, remember that one time when?"
And,
yeah,
but man,
I'm sure that there's been before.
This had to have been. Well, in this decade of football, Trent Williams, first ever 9 overall Madden. Congratulations.
Yeah. In a while, I'm sure, but who else is 99?
I like to look at the carrying stat for these guys because I'm like, can I line them up at fullback? Will they hold on to the ball? So you look at Trent Williams, got Zach Martin, 2 Cowboys, 2 Eagles, Wirfs cracks 90 if you hadn't already last season. Where's fucking? I know Quentin Nelson's good, but where's Ryan Kelly? It's got to be the next up. Oh, okay.
He's not quite.
Okay. Well, Joel Bitonio and Ronnie Stanley cracked 90. Ryan Jensen, another Buccaneer. Rodney Hudson.
Ryan Jensen really popped up.
Yeah.
Him and Brady. I don't know. Brady lit something under him because that dude been playing out of his mind.
Wyatt Teller, I forgot he exists. Joe Tooney, man, I wish he was with the Patriots.
The big tune.
Yeah, Larry Tunsil.
Larry Tunsil getting paid over there in Houston to do absolutely nothing. The dude has let up 20-something sacks in the last couple seasons.
But he gets paid. And then you have
Scherf went to the Jags. I forgot about that.
The Jags will be an interesting team to be. Leo Collins signed with the Bengals and said he will never get sacked again. Anything else for closing statements we want to say?
Any crazy sleepers? You guys are just what the heck?
Man.
Or anybody crazy overrated?
Man, I think I already said everything in the beginning.
I don't know how you can possibly rate Deshaun Watson as high as he is, taking a break from football, so to speak, for an entire year.
Unquote, taking a break from football.
But
if you don't know, look it up, fellas. Here we go, clickbaiters, ready for defense?
Let's do it.
All right,
See y'all
clickbaiters,
next
see
video.
y'all. Yep.